was wrong. Rewrote the song. Thoughts become action. Tell me what's happening. Wish your mind wrapped in, wrapped around, wrapped around.
Hey guys, Toxic here. This is kind of a little thing. I'm both on MC Market and Spigot. I'm selling this plugin for $5.99 currently. It's basically a care package plugin that allows you to drop chests, and it's based on all this information you can set up. It can do unlimited tiers, and you can put percentages for each tier. So this one will show up 50% of the time, 20%, 15%. You can also have these items for the tier list. Basically, you can in-game view in the GUI all the items that can be dropped, and all these items will show up inside the tier list. So right now, it's pretty much the main idea is completed, and I will be adding some other things like a complete in-game configuration editor and stuff like that. So for right now, here's the plugin. Let me just start up my server real quick. Yeah, and I'll swap over to the other connection. It's loading. Basically, I have a test zone. It's kind of like how a normal server would be, where the spawn's right in the middle, and the white is the war zone, and then the world would continue on around it. Sky clear. So these are all the chests that have spawned, though they're kind of cornered. Let me break all these up. These are all the items that would spawn. They wouldn't be double chests, just because the area is so small that they kind of clump together. So these items are going to be very laggy. So let me just pick all these up, CI. Basically, you can set up all the messages to drop, or for announcements in between the default of 3 hours time limit. You can change the drop time. Currently in this tutorial viewing, it's only 2 minutes. So in a minute, it'll say the announcement, and then in another minute, it'll drop a chest. I'll also show a few of the commands once the first chest drops. But as you can see, you grab, basically with X and Y or X and Z coordinates, you grab the positive corner, negative corner of the drop zone, and then you do that same thing for the spawn, which would probably be here and here. I'm not 100% accurate, and maybe that corner and that corner. It's pretty easy with the configuration. And yeah, so the chest is going to spawn 1 minute until the tier 2 chest drops at 773 -6. It'll always pick the highest ground block. So it'll always spawn outside of this area or on the white. I'm going to fix that. It shouldn't spawn on the white, but it does. It's not really too big of a deal. It still does it. And yeah, you can set placeholders, which are like the tier 2, having that show up and having the chord show up. And you can also do color codes for the text. This is just the default. And then a care package will be spawned in 3 hours. I didn't change the 3 hours, but you can put anything you want there. 2 minutes, 10 hours, 30 hours, as long as it matches with the drop time, you're probably going to make people happy. There's the chest, and there's the message has spawned. Basically, someone will run up. There's probably a bunch of people. The items inside will always be in a different spot or like randomized, so people can't just grab one and go, oh, I know where this one's going to be, and you pick it here. But once all the items are gone, it'll break the chest. So if it's in the war zone, the chest will go away. The care package has been taken, and it'll say Toxic JTech got the package. That's my username. It'll say the username. I'll have a way to disable that in the config in a coming update. I totally forgot to add that in. Some people may not want that announced, but yeah, the chest is gone, and yeah, you can continue playing. The war zone won't be cluttered with all those chests. If you do tier list, you can see all the tiers. These are the 5 defaulted tiers. If you have more than 5, it'll make another row. If you click on an item, it'll say show all the items that you can possibly get. Then a back arrow. What tier was that? That was tier 2. So if I go to the second tier, you're going to see the same items all in a row. All of these, they're all in different spots. And then you can go back. You can see tier 5 is the rarest, and those are just crappy items because I just threw random numbers in. A door. Okay. So yeah, that's kind of the idea behind it, and they'll just spawn in, and people will be able to fight for them and rush for them. And you can make different messages. The default has like, at 15 minutes, it'll tell you the tier, but it won't tell you the chord. So 1 minute, it'll tell you the chord, so everybody can start rushing from spawn to go to the game or go to the fight. people will be able to fight out there and kill each other and get all the loot, and you can put anything you want in there. You can put any amount of enchantments, any number of items. This should be a wolf egg, but it's just a normal broken egg because I didn't put a damage value in. Yeah. I just noticed an error in the config. I forgot to update it, but it'll be updated. Basically, the damage value is input in. It's the second value, and the third value is actually the amount. It's correct in the code, but not in the telling of how it works. So here's a tier 1. All the items, different spots. Take all the items out. Chest breaks. Some of the other command you can do is next drop. It'll tell you when the next drop is in 1 minute. Though that is not accurate because it already dropped. I will work on fixing that. Once the message has been displayed saying it'll be 3 hours, it'll say 2 minutes like it should. You can also do care package. Basically, you can force spawn one of a random one, and it'll be right here. You can do it as many times as you want. There's a tier package 3, 1, 3, 1. Wow, it's going back and forth. 2, 5, 2. Yeah, you can just keep spawning them in, or you can put a time limit. I'll do 2 minutes. An admin spawn care package will be spawning in 2 minutes. It'll make a random tier and 2 minutes at a random location. And yeah, so that's pretty much the idea behind it. And tier, 1 minute until, alright, tier list. I mean, not tier list, next drop will be dropped in 2 minutes. And yeah, so there's actually going to be 2 drops in this time. I did think of an idea while I was making this video, is maybe make 1 chest, and if there's another chest, it won't start another drop until that chest has been grabbed. I can add that in a coming update. 1.0 to 2.0 is going to be all like smaller fixes. 2.0 is going to be the in-game editor. So if you see 2.0, it's going to allow you to choose all the coordinates and all the zones, and make tiers in-game with the GUI, and you'll be able to add things to a chest and it'll save it in the list for you. I think that'll be really cool. That will be in 2.0, but until then, this is pretty much the starting of it. As I add more features, the price will go up, so get it early before I rise the price. There's chest number 1, TP, EOS, -5, 73, 6, and there's the chest, and there's the tier 2 items. And yeah, so here's the plugin, and I hope you all enjoy. Thank you, and I guess you can subscribe, but just check out the package or the places where you can buy it, both on Spigot or MC Market or my Skype, YodaMonkey5. Yeah.